Good evening and welcome to WCU Esports. Tonight we have NECC playoffs. We're here in the quarterfinals of Rainbow Six. We have WCU taking on Sam Houston State University, SHSU Orange. I'm Mountain Man.
I'm JoJo's Mojo.
And I'm Disagree.
Once again, three commentators. Night 2 of playoffs. This time the other end of the spectrum. Last night we saw Valorant as the number 1 seed going against the number 8. WCU, the 8th seed, going against the number 1 SHSU. What are we looking for tonight from the Mountaineers?
Absolutely. Kind of a lot of their games have been pretty solid this season, even the 2-0 losses. So I do think WCU, even though coming in as the number 8 seed, still has a pretty solid chance here against SHSU. So I'm honestly kind of looking forward for just an early start. We have WCU starting on defense. So that should be able to give them a couple early points, and hopefully they can carry that momentum.
And taking a look at some bans here, some interesting bans coming out from the side of Sam Houston, banning Ying and Solus, two champions that are operators that aren't normally played on the side of WCU, but also can create massive problems if they are played properly. WCU banning with their standard Thatcher on attack, and we're going to see the Mira ban for defense. WCU's usual 2 bans on a majority of maps. I think the only time we don't see Mira banned is when we're on Oregon, which we should see map 2 tonight, but I wonder if SHSU will ban it this time.
Something that I did just take a look at was the last time these two teams met was back in week 3. So very early on, WC was still trying to figure out their team composition, how they wanted to go through and play. So right now, I think it's very much so a case of, I think SHSU might actually underestimate Western. Yeah. Last time it was 7-2, 7-2 in terms of round score, and going in at the number 1 seed against the number 8, they could be overconfident here.
As we go in here, we see Minimum on Valkyrie. That's his other bread and butter pick other than Mira. Livid's going to be on the Frost. Cam's on the Mute, Boo's on the Cade, and Recycle First is on the Dokaibi, however you pronounce it.
You're such a nerd. You actually know the...
Zen is on the Glass,
characters.
Dirty Dan is on the Ash, A1 is on the Ace, and Itsuki is on the Monty. Captain Yuri is on the one champion that I still can't remember the name of, even though I look it up every stream.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Sorry, that's Thunderbird that Livid's on, not Ash. Frost.
Keep in mind, this is a 1st-to-7 round win, and being that it's still quarterfinals, they don't change up too much for most games for the quarterfinals, so it's still a best-of-3 series. 1st-to-7, is our 6 a win by 2? I honestly can't remember.
It is win by 2, but there is also a, if it goes all 15 rounds, the game will end whoever gets 8 first.
Ooh, Dirty Dan
finds Cam
Cams
through the wall.
Yeah.
That was an impressive kill there. Just kind of a blind shot through the wall, able to get Cam down.
Right now it's going to be Livid, Min, Boo, and Recycle working as one, hopefully trying to find out any of these operators on SHSU's side of things. Ooh. Zen thinks he sees someone.
Pre-firing. See what Dirty Dan has to do here. Itsuki putting up that massive shield, just being a defense for SHSU here. Dirty Dan finds Boo, but we'll see if this fight continues as Minimum finds Dirty Dan with the Nitro Cell.
Yeah, definitely some good team play there. Probably some solid comms coming from WCU. Tying it up 4-4 here in round 1.
Slight advantage in favor of SHSU. Bit more than a slight, as Livid falls. I was going to say that Boo just down a sliver of health compared to SHSU being fine. And Boo has this view on lock, waiting for someone to come around the corner. But no one's quite ready to approach.
Boo knows Monty's here. Cycle First gonna find A1. Monty's going to plant.
What's nice though about R6 as opposed to something like Valorant, where there is a defuse or an objective to defuse, is you don't actually have to worry all that much about getting there before time runs out. You still have to get there with time left on the clock, but in the same respect, you don't have to be as cognitive of it.
Ooh. Boo trying to bait out the Monty here. And Itsuki is going to find Boo as he tries the bait.
Sorry, I got a bit distracted there. What I was trying to say was that if you do happen to get to the diffuser before time runs out on the clock, you can defuse past time expiring.
Yep.
So that's a little advantage in terms of R6.
You can plant.
I thought
Diffuse, you are still on the clock.
I thought diffuser was if you were diffusing before time ran out.
Mm-hmm. You can plant before, if you're planting while time runs out, you can continue the plant. But also a difference between Valorant and R6 here is R6 is very defense-based. You want to be a defending team to start because you get that advantage early, usually. While Valorant, as we saw last night, was mainly if you're on attack, you get the advantage very quickly.
I mean, with defense in terms of this, there's not necessarily as many angles. You're inside of a building and you are focused on trying to defend each and every corner, whereas Valorant, you're trying to defend an entire area, essentially, not just around a corner. And right now, WCU trying to work more as a team, maybe, just sticking together a little bit more, but could also be a deficit if there's one or two good players on SHSU that push and take them out.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Cam swaps to the Mozzie now. And Boo's going to be on the mute. We don't see much change coming from the side of SHSU. Zen's going to be on the Finka and Yuri is on the Sens. Very weird name when you have Zen and Sens. And Recycle First is going to be on Castle for this defense. See Finka pop her ability here. We'll probably see SHSU try and just charge in here. That's what they're going to do. Minimum finds Dirty Dan, gets a few shots into him. Doesn't really get much past that, though.
Staying on Min, though, he does end up finding Zen. Great just patience and control there, knowing not to overcommit, overstep, and really just holding his position. I think there's a chance to try and breach in and get some damage going. But another pop-up once again for Boo playing R6.
And Livid knows they're there. We'll see if he tries to go for something here. We see both the Sen's ability and Monty holding this.
Yuri does get picked off by Yuri.
Yeah. Dirty Dan finds Cam. Boo tries to Nitro Cell the Monty. Dirty Dan finds Boo.
It's a minimum and recycle to finish out this round together. Suki will get the plant off, completely uncontested. Min gets taken out. Recycle finds one, looking for two. Gets picked off. Yuri just cleaning up after Dirty Dan's push, putting SHSU up 2-0.
Yeah, SHSU really kind of moving well as a team, kind of showing why they are the #1 seed. Definitely well deserved. Nonetheless, WCU's still playing well, so.
Yeah, Western's playing really well. I think that SHSU right now is playing confident but not cocky. That's the main thing, is you can't play cocky no matter the position you're in.
Yeah,
and they're just playing with the confidence of a #1 seeded team and knowing that they know how to play this game and they just can play it better.
Yep.
So putting Western on their heels early, really going to be the advantage of Sam Houston.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many
And
bombs as they can.
Western going to need to have essentially a heavy defense for the next couple of rounds, if not the rest of this game, to just be sure that they can survive.
Yep.
Just taking a look at the scoreboard, we have Min and Recycle first, both with 2 kills for Western. Whereas for SHSU, we have Yuri and Dirty Dan, both with 4 kills, so...
I mean, right now, Dirty Dan being the dirtiest of Dans, just cleaning up Western on this attack.
5 seconds to go.
And, I mean, this feels like a much slower game than what we're used to. We're generally used to seeing WCU trying to go in, or we're used to seeing teams try and get 1 or 2 quick picks and then slow it down a bit, but not as slow as it's been throughout the entire round so far.
Gonna have also this round we're gonna have Livid on the Warden, Cam on the Oryx, and Minimum on the Capcan. Captain Yuri's gonna be pulling out the Iana for SHSU, and A1's gonna be on the Buck. Everyone else stays the same.
Stay close to me.
Cam does get a quick pick onto Dirty Dan. Captain Yuri finds Cam to answer, but loses a little bit of health in the process. And we're once again playing a bit slower. Both teams now at 4. If Western can defend here, I think that might put them in a better advantage to just move forward, but they need to get this defense. If they don't, I'm worried about how the rest of game 1's going to go.
Absolutely. Generally, I find defense a little easier here on R6, so the fact Sam Houston was able to come in and win the first 2 rounds, definitely showing that they're a powerhouse, and WCU needs to answer here.
And Zen found Minimum there, taking one of the top killers out of the leader, or out of this round. Ugh. And it's gonna be Recycle just retreating, trying to find any way to get around whoever that is, and not able to do so as Zen picks him off.
Itsuki, even though he hasn't been getting that many kills, definitely a main factor in SHSU's attacks, playing the Monty, just putting that shield up in front of his teammates so they can laser down whoever they find.
I mean, Zen got around the side, found Livid from behind, and then Boo just gets picked off at the end here, and putting SHSU up 3-0.
Yeah, just kind of looking after the first 3 rounds here. I feel like WCU honestly just kind of needs to group together a little bit. I feel like they keep slowly falling 1-1. So WCU just a little better communications and play style there, but
And I think that right now Western is playing really well. They're just not able to find an answer to what SHSU is doing, and
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
SHSU just playing consistent, playing strong, and doing what they can.
attackers have discovered the
Captain
location
Yuri
of the
leading
bomb.
the charge with 6 kills now, so, and 0 deaths. Definitely
Jesus.
impressive there.
With an assist as well, putting him at a 7-0 KD. I'm Dirty Dan, following up 4-3-1, Zen 4-1-0, Suki 1, and then 0-0, and then A1 closing out SHSU side 0-1-0.
Yeah, just looking at deaths on WCU side, everyone has died every round, so not a good sign there, but going into round 4, we'll see what the Mountaineers can do here.
I mean, the best way to succeed and win is to not lose and not die. As I mean, it's just a fun way to add some more to the games, but
Yeah,
in all
realistically,
seriousness,
all you gotta do is just start winning.
yes, it's as easy as that. It's just flipping that switch of
Super
knowing, just
easy.
oh yeah, I gotta win. Cool, I'll win. But in all seriousness, Western really just needs to find their momentum, find their pace, and play at their own pace with whatever they can. But SHSU just controlling the speed of how this game is played, and that's really damaging Western right now.
Yeah, and WCU is missing their captain tonight, Claude, and Claude is generally kind of the free roamer who goes around getting as many kills as possible early game, so think the Mountaineers are slightly lacking there, but
And speaking of lacking, Minimum lacking all of his health as Yuri picks him off. Cam gonna find one, gonna find
Cam
two.
find two.
Finding Yuri and Suki, huge pick from Cam, gets
A1
taken
finds
out by
Cam.
A1, so now it's a 3-on-3. But that's a pretty big pick from Cam. That double kill really gonna set Western up for a great chance to take this round.
And getting rid of Itsuki's shield, just definitely setting up for not much protection for Sam Houston here. Another update that, just so we know for a fact, Boo is playing Rainbow Six tonight. In case we missed that.
I mean, he is on multiple teams, so.
Yeah.
Last night it was Valorant, tonight it's R6. I mean,
Yep.
pretty soon we might actually end up seeing him on every team here at Western. I don't think he has the patience to do that. There are
No,
some games that are just
very
way too
much
mechanical. In a completely different aspect. He plays all of the shooters though and does a great job at it, does what he can. Trying to bait out attacks just till he can find anyone. Sees one, gets picked off by A1. And it's going to be up to Recycle and Livid. A1 has the diffuser, looking to maybe try and go in and get the plant. Oh.
Recycle and Livid just holding off angles here, trying to protect each other.
Ooh. Dirty
Dirty
Dan
Dan.
gets the drop onto Recycle, takes him out. It is all up to Livid. And Livid can be playing on the site, trying to force SHSU to overcommit. And just walks right into Dirty Dan's line of fire. I mean, I think Dirty Dan just found him and just found him and sprayed at him.
definitely a couple very impressive shots there from Sam Houston. Definitely dropping down off that second floor, finding the kill there. WCU honestly just needs a... I don't know.
Yeah, right now this is just, the game is all Sam Houston, no Western, and I think the main thing that Western really needs to do is just reconsider how they want to go about playing the rest of this game, because, I mean, I don't want to call it early and be rude, but this looks like they're in a losing fight.
Yep.
And game one, I don't want to write it off early, but it's heavily swinging in favor of Sam Houston before we even reach defense. So what I think Western really needs to do is just consider, okay, let's try and find strategies that work, not necessarily for this game, but for next. And if they start to work and we can, and further down the line, they start to really work for this game, we can focus on this game again. But try and figure out who they want to play, how they want to play, and set themselves up for future success, maybe not present success.
Yeah, I mean, there's still plenty of time for... Honestly, WCU just needs one or two players to start popping off.
10 seconds
I know it's
remaining.
always challenging when that's what you're banking on, but
5 seconds.
definitely possible. We've seen all of these Mountaineers play pretty well in the past, so...
And as Sam Houston starts to attack here, just looking at the leaderboard, Sam Houston has not lost a single series, much less a single map. And they average only losing 2 rounds per map. So any win here for WCU is a win against Sam Houston.
And that's, I think, maybe all the momentum that Western would
Yeah.
need, but they just need to find a way to get that win. Right now, Sam Houston is just controlling them way too much, and Western has no answer.
Recycle's gonna get hit here in a fight with Itsuki. That's not Itsuki, sorry, that's a fight with A1.
And as Boo's notification blocked the screen, Dirty Dan does take out Boo.
Recycle gets hit with a grenade through the wall. Sam Houston just getting these early picks that are deciding fights as Captain Yuri finds Cam there.
Man, I think knows where someone is, but not able to find them correctly. Just misreads where that player was going to go, and I mean, they're going to rotate out. Min does end up finding Dirty Dan, though. Pretty big pick in Western with 1:50 left in this round. Could still... Oh! Min just not paying attention to where he's stepping. Losing a little bit of health, and Sam Houston has... I mean, they definitely have the advantage. Anything will kill Recycle. And... I mean, Zen's close to that area, too. Just about anything for either of them could be their downfall. Zen finds Min.
And Livid's already at that low health as well, as he gets picked through the wall by, I think by A1. But Yuri's going to come in and follow up that kill. It's just Recycle now. 4-on-1, not much health.
And Itsuki gets the drop on him once again. Itsuki just loving to drop down from higher levels and just knowing where the person is. That's really all it's going to take. No, that wasn't. The kill actually came from the side.
Yeah. But, again, SH definitely loves just jumping through the roof on top of people.
I mean, if it's working for them, why not? And right now, it looks like SH is just trying to have a bit of fun with this game, and Western's trying to find a way to claw back in it.
Yep. Looks like we're going to see a whole operator from WCU here trying to get back in this game. So they're going to pull out a Rooney Smoke, Alibi, Caviara, and Tachanka.
Yeah, definitely like the idea of switching it up here after losing the first 4 rounds. WCU just kind of looking for something to switch up their momentum and hopefully put, first 5 rounds. Yeah, Sam Houston just trying to put them on their toes, but
again, that Tachanka is essentially just the defensive side of Monty. So a shredder as well as a shield in itself. We'll see if Recycle can put in some good kills with it. Livid, one of WCU's big sharpshooters, currently the bottom of the leaderboard for his team, 0-5. But again, if momentum just sways in favor of WCU, hopefully that gives us the momentum to gain it back.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
I mean, once the ball gets rolling, it's hard to stop on either side of things, and especially when you're aggressive like this on attack. SHSU is really finding their pace and sticking with it.
Yep.
Western just can't stop the ball. It's almost like it's on a vertical slope at this point.
and I can't say Sam Houston's like really attacking that quickly or kind of waiting. They're just kind of going at a nice smooth pace. Early pick there from the Mountaineers.
Yeah, Livid does find A1. Sam Houston quickly gets the diffuser. Gets found. Livid just playing really well for the moment, finding Dirty Dan. This is the last round before the swap as well, so any picks from Western here, if they can win this round, that could really help get the momentum in their favor as they transition over to attack, but they just got to figure out what exactly is their best course of action. They're definitely worried about the corners with Yuri and Suki still being alive, which that's more than just a small threat.
That was the first time WCU has had the advantage being up 5-3 here in round 6. You see Sam Houston starting to play it a lot slower because of that, so
I think that was why WCU swapped here. They're playing the long game as well, just not going for the aggressive fronts. They're just playing back, defensive, trying to get the easy and free picks if Sam Houston overextends here. Grenade thrown out by Itsuki there, finding Recycle but not killing him. Again, Tachanka having that heavy armor, but Captain Yuri does get onto Tachanka, onto Recycle, and very quickly cuts him off.
Ooh, Yuri ties it up 3-3 in terms of people still alive, finding minimum. It's going to be up to Livid, Cam, and Boo. Livid still has a chance at getting that penta. Not trying to call it out too early, but he definitely has a chance. Because, right, that was Livid who got the first two, right?
Livid only got one of the first, and Boo does find Captain Yuri there.
Good pick from Boo, and that's going to put Western at an advantage. He sees where the second person is. Or at least he knows the general area. Livid going to try and flank around. Does end up finding him.
Yeah.
down to 20 seconds left on the clock.
And Zen has to find the... Zen will have to find the diffuser as well, so it's either Zen gets the team kill or he gets the diffuser and plants it.
WCU, though, knows where that diffuser's at, and Livid will kill Zen, so WCU takes round 6.
Yeah, well played there from the Mountaineers. Definitely switching up their full lineup, I believe, helped, and getting those early picks from Livid was huge. So
I mean, I think the main thing is that WCU shifted their mental state more than anything, and with that full lineup reset, sure, it's tough to play different characters, but when you reset your entire mindset, that can just save everything, and it did save everything for them that round. They took a round off of SHSU, which could be the momentum that they need going into attack.
And we are going to see Livid pulling out the Monty now, trying to hopefully pull the same thing Suki was pulling on us and just being that frontline shield for his team.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Yeah, taking a look at the scoreboard, we see Yuri in double digits now with only 2 deaths. Definitely a solid KD there. WCU leading the kill count, we have Minimum. Leading the points count, Livid. Only a 5-point difference there, but...
I mean, 10 seconds till we see Western going on attack. What do you guys want to see Western do here to keep this momentum rolling?
I mean, first off, they got to find and locate the bombs. They're sitting there on the 2nd floor, so we'll see how quickly WCU can do that. But I think realistically on attack, I just want to see a couple early kills, kind of put it in favor of WCU. I think that would be huge for them. So
I think just playing fast, but also strategic and slow here. Those very much contradict each other, but...
Boo does get a quick pick on Suki. Great early pick in this attack phase for Western. Kim Louie gonna find Zen.
this is exactly what I wanted. WCU finding 2 early kills here. Now we have a 5v3, so...
And Livid being that shield still for his team, just protecting them as they are able to just fire for free. Yuri gets hit a couple times here. Cam and Min take a couple shots.
Boo takes a few.
Dan takes a couple shots. This is a firefight here in mid. No one's down yet in this fight, but...
A lot of people getting close. I mean, Dirty Dan on the brink of death. Boo on the brink of death.
Yuri close to it.
You're getting a lot closer now, and A1 the highest health so far for right now for
Cam finds
SHSU.
30.
SHSU. Dude, English. Recycle finds A1, and that's going to be up to Captain Yuri. Western has the diffuser right now. Probably going to be moving in on the bomb site soon. Boo going to be going for the plant, and Minimum's going to clean up. That is a flawless round for WCU. That is what you want to see for them starting out their attack.
Absolutely. I think WCU just kind of got it going early, getting those 2 early picks and able to just carry the momentum there.
Yep, and this is the momentum we wanted to see from WCU as well. Already taking 2 rounds back to back. Hopefully it continues. And it doesn't look like we're going to swap up the comp at all, and we're going to make Sam Houston answer.
I mean, if it's not broke, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's Western's mindset right now, keeping all the same operators, trying to maybe do... I mean, they want to mimic that success that they just had. Even if they lose 1 or 2 people in the fight, if they can still win the team fight overall, that's going to be huge and could really get... I mean, that will put the game within 3. Western's... I mean, 2 rounds in a row, finishing out defense and then going over to attack with a back-to-back win. That's pretty solid. That's a really good way to start it out.
Absolutely. Surprisingly enough, too, WCU's top leader also has the worst ping. So, just something to point out there.
Just pointing out, we've offered that player to also come to the arena multiple times for both games he plays, and he tells us that our computers stink and he wants his own setup. So, hopefully that pays off for him.
I mean, right now it is. He's topping WCU's leaderboard and just playing controlled, playing smart, and playing safe. And it's, as I said, it's working.
Yeah, we've seen an issue from, who's that? Isuki not being able to throw their Valk camp, so we'll see how that plays off. And realistically, that's not too bad, but R6 definitely a couple bugs here and there.
Except, I also think this is the first time that WCU in R6 is not playing on the same day as a patch. That's something that we somehow always find out happening, is there's a patch that comes out and WCU's having to answer it very quickly. Dirty
Ooh.
Dan getting hit. Again, Livid just being that shield, minimum protecting himself as he pushes in here.
Attackers have located a
I mean,
bomb.
Western playing very aggressive once again, something that we'd like to see, and that's what it seems to be. That seems to be the greatest success for all Western teams, is that aggressive start. So right now, Western just trying to keep that start going strong, and for now, they're not doing too bad.
Yep.
Ooh, Zen almost falling now too.
Still nobody has died yet this round, though, so I think Sam Houston honestly just trying to wait out the timer, and there goes one.
Dude, let's
As
take out
Mountain
Suki.
Speaks. He finds a Suki.
Probably the best commentator's curse we could have asked for the moment. That is huge.
That was a full health because Zen and Dirty Dan are still essentially on death's door here. 2 or 3 bullets kills both of them. Getting to sneak around here, try and fire some bullets in there.
Tries to find the foot, but can't.
Attackers have dropped
Livid
a bomb.
falls now to Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan cleaning up for SHSU.
Cam finds Dirty Dan though.
Great pick, and that is going to put it's going to keep 3 operators alive for SHSU.
There's the
Western's
mute
getting
coming
close. I mean, 40 seconds left. Western really has to get more aggressive, I think.
Yeah.
They have to either get the plant off or they have to get the kills.
Again,
Ooh, Zen finds Min. Big pick for SHSU there. And
A1. Boo finds A1.
it's going to be Cam, Boo, and Recycled against Zen and
Zen's
Yuri.
gonna
Zen's still
loop
on
around
death door.
here.
Recycle finds Yuri, and it's all up to Zen, who is 1 bullet away from dying.
But also surprisingly, Zen was the first one to get damaged in this round.
Well, he's the last one to get
Yep.
taken out, and Boo,
Boo
cleans
finds
up.
him. This is what WCU needs, just keeping this pressure on, playing as a unit.
I mean, another esport that Western doesn't like to call timeouts in. We've never really seen Western call a timeout, but we might have to see a timeout coming from SHSU in the near future if Western comes close.
I do think if Western probably takes this round, we might see the timeout from SHSU.
But we'll wait and see what actually happens as we enter round 10?
10.
9.
9.
9.
Yeah.
9, because
5
it's
to 3. 5 to 3, so 9.
Defenders,
But,
protect your bomb
I mean,
being
hey,
defused by attackers.
right
Still
now,
struggling with math tonight, but we're good.
don't need math. That's what calculators are for. But anyhow, Western already doing better than they did against SHSU early on in the season. As I said, it's been since week 3 that they have played. So a lot of change could have happened on both teams. Western, though, takes that 1 extra round, puts them slightly better than what they did early on in the regular season against this team.
Yep.
And SHSU, I think they just got caught off guard on that swap. And they're now not too sure what's happening with the momentum, with Western just being more aggressive,
10
being
seconds left.
and not wanting to let SHSU control the pace. They don't want to play that slow game. They want to play the aggression, and it's working.
And again, sticking to that saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it. WCU still not changing their operators. Playing this hyper-aggressive comp with Minimum does get shot at, and actually Minimum takes damage first here. We'll see though. Livid makes a wall, opens a wall for Boo here. Livid's gonna put up the shield, protect Boo a little bit.
Ooh, and a quick pick from Boo onto Zen. Does get, or Cam ends up getting caught by Dirty Dan.
Damn.
Yuri getting low now in a
Yuri.
firefight with someone.
I believe with Boo, because both of them took some heavy damage there. Boo gonna open up that wall just to get some sight lines here. Livid takes a grenade to the face again.
Boo
Boo
does get
goes
drops,
down.
and try and get away to to have someone revive him, but no, A1 is going to end up finding Boo. Right now, SHSU playing really strong, playing
Yuri
really
finds
focused,
Livid.
and it's gonna be up to Minimum and Recycle, and looks like Min might just be getting flanked here. Min missing all of his shots, unfortunate. not something that you want to see. We really needed him to get 1 or 2 quick picks there. Or just that one quick pick even would have done wonders. It is a 2-on-4. And Min does end up finding Yuri. It's going to be Dirty Dan, A1, and Suki against Min and Recycle. I mean, a minute 15 left. This is a much more fighting-intensive round than we've seen so far from a lot of teams.
Min just runs right through the lasers, not giving any crap. He wants to find these picks nice and quick.
Yeah, WCU still needing to pick up the bomb, so...
I think that's what Min was trying to do, but
Min has it.
we'll see
Or
if
the
he-
diffuser.
Yeah, we'll see if he's able to get out, though, is the big question. As A1 gets multiple sonic bursts off into him.
And
Dirty
Recycle's
Dan
going to fall the
finds
Dirty Dan and call
Recycle.
up to Min. It is Min versus the entirety of SHSU right now. Or not quite the entirety, but a lot of them.
Min
Min
hits
one,
Satsuki.
yeah, Min 1 bullet away from
A1.
falling, and A1 cleans up. I mean,
Again, very good round, though, for WCU. All of them super low. Just a couple of early fights that didn't go in WCU's favor. And it, of course, turned the tide in SHSU as we're on match point here.
Yeah, so even if WCU falls here, I do think they have a lot to look forward to. Winning those 3 rounds was huge. Good swing of momentum. Kind of, I mean, they still have hope. Got to win 3 in a row, but
I mean, that's what they just did.
yeah, WCU, if they are able to kind of keep it rolling and just ignore that last round, they're still in this first game.
And we're getting rid of the Monty as well as the Lion.
Attackers need to locate
Currently in
and defuse the bomb.
favor. And as I speak so soon, Cam's going to be swapping to Sledge. Livid's going to be going to Fuse. Minimum's going to Dokubi. No, sir. Yeah. No, that's Twitch. Sorry. Livid's going to Twitch. Boo is going to be playing the Ace, and Recycle is going to be playing the Buck. And my co-commentator here is confused why I know all of these logos.
You don't play this game for this team. Just, why would you spend the time to learn this?
Because I used to have to stream this by myself. So I had to pick it up.
5 seconds
No.
left.
And Zach gave me a study sheet.
No, see, it's a
Do
funnier,
that once.
it's funnier when you don't know what's going on, because you can just kind of call things as they happen, which allows for more people to actually understand.
See, that's what I was doing. I was trying to be helpful, and then our coach just put his laptop down in front of me and said, "Here's the operators, learn them."
The attackers
Well, no, I'm the
have
resident
diffuser
funny
has
man,
been
and
It's
Suki
Suki.
finds Boo. And, I mean, Livid trying to answer, almost finds Suki. Doesn't quite get there, though. And, I mean, right now it's close to a 4-on-4. I mean, Suki's about 2 or 3 bullets away from Death's Door, but, the remainder of of SHSU at full health, all 4 of Western at full health, and... I mean, a lot of time, and WCU starting to play the patient game, which isn't what we want to see.
Yeah, I think definitely WCU has more success kind of moving in quick and getting those early kills. So falling early here, at least having Boo fall early, not ideal, but still plenty of time, a minute 50 remaining. So as long as WCU can slowly pick them away, and another Mountaineer
Dan
falls.
finds Recycle.
I mean, as you talk about picking away, we're just completely ignoring the fact that SHSU is playing the slow game and really picking away Western.
And then break through the floor here. A1 finds Livid.
I mean, it's going to be up to Min and Cam against the entirety of SHSU to win this
Attackers
point.
drop the diffuser.
And nope, it's just all up to Cam. It is
Cam
all
the
on
man.
Cam Louie.
It's okay. As we saw earlier in this season, though, Cam did have a pentakill.
Ooh, does find one, Suki falling, but that was the person who was 1 away. Cam very close to falling here. as he is getting just collapsed on.
Oh.
Cam had a good opportunity, but that is going to be it.
Does find Dirty Dan, though, at the end before Zenz picks him off.
Yeah, definitely good middle of the round there from WCU, though. After going down, was it 5-0?
5-0. Picked
5-0.
up 3 maps.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 maps in a row, nonetheless. That is impressive, and as you said, a lot for Western to look forward to. But I think for now, what we will need to mention is the winner of this will go on to play the winner of Murray State Gold and Central Methodist University, I believe is the name, varsity. And then on the other side of the bracket, Carthage Firebirds have already finished out their game. I think that was a forfeit victory.
More than likely,
Carthage.
as it's already shows.
It's already been shown, and then so it looks like Carthage will advance onto the semifinals to play against LBCC or St. John's, whoever wins that. But I mean, for now, we'll probably just take a small break and come right back in with the action in Game 2.
Yep, we'll see you in Oregon.
And welcome back into Game 2. A few technical difficulties between games as R6 did, in fact, break, so we had to reset up the lobby and everything. But here we go. Western is going to be attacking first against Sam Houston State University. SHSU going up 1-0 in the first game. I mean, 7-3 win. That's not a tight win, but Western had a 3-game comeback going 1 defense to 2 attack rounds, and starting on attack, that could be useful for Western.
Absolutely. They were looking pretty decent.
Interesting.
Got some.
We do see I would say a slight hate ban there from Sam Houston as they banned Nook, a character that we don't see banned that often, but one of Livid's picks for sure.
So kind of looking at how the Mountaineers played in those 3-round victories there. What do you think their takeaway is, and what do you think they got to do to kind of carry that momentum into Game 2 here?
I mean, as I said in the moment, I think their takeaway is that they played aggressive and it worked. When they played passive, as they did in the final 2 rounds of that first game, they just got smoked by Sam Houston. Sam Houston likes to play that slower, more patient game. I think that if Western approaches probably splitting up 3 and 2 and just uses one person to go in and block and then uses another to come in and just wipe out, then they'll be fine. But
Does look like Min's going to try and get his Mira here if Sam Houston doesn't ban it. And Min will have his Mira if he wants to play it. Which, from what Min's told me about this game, Mira is really good on Oregon.
Yeah, so this is a best-of-3 series. Sam Houston State University Orange taking Game 1. So the Mountaineers are going to have to win this one to push it to Game 3.
I mean, again, if they come out aggressive and they play smart and strong, they'll be doing just fine. But they really need to make sure that they do that.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
The hardest part is going to be getting out of the pace that Sam Houston sets. Once Sam Houston finds their rhythm, then they're fine, they're golden. But if WCU can keep disrupting it, can get in the way, can figure out whatever they need to do, then they'll be fine. They'll be coasting, not easy, but they'll be coasting along for the first few rounds at least. And I think that a couple of quick picks and a couple of quick fights will put Western at an advantage. So,
Which, the other funny thing Min has told me is, though this map is Oregon, it's based off of Waco.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Just some fun R6 facts as we
Attackers are moving
start
out
to
to locate
attack.
a bomb and defuse it.
sure, as we get underway, it looks like it will be a little bit slower pace from Western once again. Not necessarily what I want to see, but I think that if they do it correctly, this could go in their favor.
Sure.
We'll just have to see how they come out early in these fights. The first couple of fights are really going to be telling how this game is going to go, and if Western can get 1 or 2 quick picks and they can get the advantage early on, they might just be able to close out the first couple rounds. And there's a great visual flashbang. Sorry about that. No idea. We love R6. It is such... It honestly plays like a Bethesda game. With how many visual bugs you see all the time.
I remember last year we had a spectating bug that was pretty crazy, where it was essentially there'd be rectangles coming out of players. Like, very large, like
Bomb located by
3,
attackers.
4 human-sized rectangles just popping out of them, so...
So hitboxes. Just showing.
Kinda, maybe, I don't know. It was unique, but happy they got that fixed.
I mean, as you mentioned, this is the first week they haven't had a patch on the same day as the game. At least from recent memory and
Yep.
everything. But
A1 does find Livid, though.
as we actually get into some action, very slow start to round 1 in this game
Say,
2.
gotta be careful here as
Ooh,
Recycle
Recycle
finds Itsuki.
I mean, top-down shooting, you can't really do anything to defend against that. And Boo sees where someone very well is, but... And just as a confirmation to everyone, in case you were wondering, Boo is in fact still playing Overwatch and does end up picking Zen off there.
Nitrocell finds
R6,
A1, or
Overwatch.
sorry, finds Cam from A1.
Sorry, not Overwatch. I got my games mixed up. I'm too used to saying Boo and Overwatch. No,
Yeah.
Boo is in fact still playing R6.
Just playing multiple games, multiple monitors, you know?
Yeah, easy, two-handed, free.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Ooh, two quick picks from SHSU puts it all on the Min. Min needing to put Western on his back, get the defuse off, or get the kills in 30 seconds. It's a 1-on-3 here, though. I'm not too hopeful.
Yeah, A1 playing really well with 3 of the 4 kills on WCU.
Min not looking the right direction here, as Dirty Dan finds him.
That's just kind of the story of R6 for Western this year, is looking the wrong direction at the wrong time. Just getting caught off guard, getting found from behind, and that is all it takes. Sam Houston goes up with the first game, but we'll have to see how the rest of this one plays out. We didn't see WCU attack first last time. They defended, and it took them about halfway to figure out how to play defense. But it took them almost the entire defending phase to figure out how to play defense. But then they really found their mojo on attack. So we'll see if they can find their mojo once again.
They found their mojo coming from JoJo Mojo. I like it.
You gotta have the mojo, man. The mojo is what gets you through it.
The mojo from JoJo.
The mojo is in fact a state of mind and a state of being.
That you bestow onto people, JoJo.
Attackers
No.
have located a bomb.
No, they just need to find. I mean, once Western finds their momentum and finds their pace, then they'll be able to stick to it. And if they can do that well, they're going to be just fine. But right now, it's just feeling out, finding out how to get that pace. And that's going to be the biggest issue Western faces for the rest of this game.
Yep.
10
They're going to be on
seconds.
Capital this game. Another interesting pick that we don't see that often.
Who has a good hiding spot on top of the bomb, so it's
Attackers'
always
objective
nice.
is to defuse a bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've got to find the bombs, the best way to hide is on the bomb. So can't say that's necessarily a bad strategy. Once again, a much slower approach from Western. Not what I want to see. I want to see Western playing aggressive. Zen does pick off Livid very early into this round. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left. And Yuri finds Boo. Oh my goodness.
Great reposition there from Yuri.
Yeah, saw the drone coming in, figured that Boo was going to try and attack, or whoever it was. And Boo just stood still. Let it happen. Not necessarily the best strategy to staying alive.
Min does know where Dirty Dan's at. Cam gets picked off by Itsuki, but Recycle follows up and avenges Cam here. It's up to Min and Recycle here to get 4 kills. Or get the diffuser off.
I was about to say, or to get the defuse, but the 4 kills is much more likely. It's a tougher position to be in, but
We'll see what Dirty Dan does here. He's just hanging around that corner. Minimum finds Zen, though.
and Dirty Dan was trying to bait Recycle in, does actually get the bait in. Recycle falls very quick, and it is now all on Min once again. Min does find Dirty Dan. It is going to be A1 and Captain Yuri. Min finds the diffuser, picks it up.
A minute remaining on the clock for minimum.
Right now it's going to be Minimum needing to give his maximum effort to get this defuse or to get the kills. 50 seconds left. It's going to come down to the wire.
I see what
He
you
has
did
to
there.
be careful here, though,
Ooh.
as Zen hurts himself, but also still finds Minimum in the process.
That was so brutal. R6 didn't even want to show us what actually happened. Had to hide behind the wall.
Yep.
I mean, right now this round not going in favor of Western, but overall I'll still say that Western's playing really well, and this is exciting. This is a lot of playoffs for Western this year. Not just
Absolutely.
tonight. There's 5 teams in total. I mean, well, technically
6, yeah.
6, but a few complications with the 6th, but still 6 teams making playoffs. That is awesome.
Yep, 6 teams making playoffs. That's I think the most we've had here at my time at Western, but also I would assume in the life of Western Esports, as we've only had it for 3 years and I've been here 2 of them.
I think overall that is the case, that Western's esports team, this is the best playoff performance overall, and I will say, even though Western's losing the overall fight, they're doing really well, and they're winning this. They're winning where they need to. They're winning here and there, and they're picking up what they can. It's just, how can they answer this SHSU defense?
10 seconds
And
remaining.
again, I think it's going to go back to just kind of moving in quickly as a team, getting those early kills. When WCU gets 1 or 2 kill advantage, they tend to win the round, so.
I mean, it's just moving and getting in quick, but that's what Western's struggling to do right now. They're just playing it slow. Seems to be the case on how they just play Oregon as a whole. Of play it slower, play it safer, but it's not seeming to work for them. SHSU having that counter ready for it. Some shots being fired somewhere. Don't know where. Ooh. Boo gets baited by Dirty Dan's hologram, I believe it was. And Dirty Dan takes him out for it. That was just a great play. Dirty Dan repositioning once again. That's what SHSU is really succeeding with, is seeing those cameras moving around, figuring out where WCU would probably be approaching from. And Western just not going for, like, not finding any of the reads that they need to.
Yeah, Sam Houston doing a great job. Every time I've seen them get spotted by a cam, they kill it and then reposition. WCU wastes grenades or flashes, kind of expecting them to still be in that same spot, but
Suki finds Cam. Livid needs, or right now Western needs to pick up the pace. Minimum finds Yuri. A minute 10 left on the clock to get the diffuser, get the kills. Livid almost falls. And we saw Min just repositioning his, or rotating off just a second too early, allowing SHSU to get a little bit of a drop on him. But Min's still alive, Cycle's still alive, Livid's still alive. But, I mean, they have to those 3 still have to take on 4 of Sam Houston. And that is a tall order. Sam Houston's defense right now is unreal.
yeah, only 30,
And
just
Min
over
gets
30 seconds on
picked
the
off
clock.
there from Zen. In the hands of Recycle as Iksuki finds Livid.
And Recycle reloads at just an unfortunate time. Knows that someone's right there. Figures that they're going to be rotating off. Tries to find the last, but no. Zen picks Recycle. SHSU goes up 3. You got to wonder, is Western going to do something that they really don't? Call a timeout. This is it. If they lose this game, that's their season.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I think just changing their pace, changing their tempo is really what they need. I don't know if timeout is necessary for that. They're got a couple different operators. But SHSU really just showing why they are the #1 seed.
Defenders, protect
They're
your bombs
playing
from
well,
being
playing
defused by
strong,
attackers.
good strategies, good tactics. They're finding all the right angles, so. And Dirty Dan leading the charge this time with 5 kills, only 1 death. The WCU side with minimum with 3 kills and 3 deaths. So.
Overall, Western, they're just playing slow. They're playing patient, which, as you said, Mountain Man, they really need to change up how they're playing. Their playing style may have worked against other teams, but right now, it's not. Sam Houston just has an answer around every corner for Western.
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
A little bit of weirdness there as Recycle supposed to take out a camera and it just didn't go for a second, but he ended up getting it. Ooh, Captain Yuri finds Boo. Again, very early in this round. That's what Sam Houston's really capitalizing on, is those quick picks against one or two of Western, and then they can just carry that through the round.
Who hits him with Hoya?
And then a nice shot.
And then a nice shot. Or no shot, both far by. Does seem like Boo did not appreciate that kill.
I mean, I wouldn't appreciate getting killed at any point.
That's fair.
Bomb located by attackers.
Western did just finally locate the bomb now, with a minute 38 left on the clock.
Captain Yuri holding a nitro cell. He knows they're there. We'll see if he goes for the chuck. Nope. He's going to hold off for right now.
I mean, they have the advantage, so he definitely could go for it,
Yeah.
but I think just playing safer, playing smarter, not getting ahead of themselves is really what they want to do.
Yeah, for sure.
And they are going to just play safe, play smart. That's what Sam Houston's been doing, and they're sticking to that. Did a little bit of a scare there in the middle of game one where WCU had that 3-game comeback, but Sam Houston just reflected themselves, controlled the pace. Even on defense, they're controlling a lot of how this game is being played.
Attackers dropped the diffuser. Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Playing past the diffuser real quick.
Cam gets picked off by Dirty Dan. It's going to be up to Min, Recycle, and Livid. Definitely not what you want to be seeing if you're Western. Losing 2 people and playing it slow with 30 seconds left on the clock to get 5 kills, 4 to plant. And it's a 2-on-5 again. This is just, you can't be doing this. Right now, you can't do much to defend against, or to attack right now, or to attack for the moment against
Yuri
Sam
finds
Houston.
Recycle. It's a 1-on-5 now.
No, it's
and
not.
Yuri just charges it minimum.
Flawless victory there for SHSU.
I mean, you can't be dropping out that fast if you're Western. You really need to be switching up the pace. I think that if Western can go on to that, they need to take those aggressive first steps. They really need to just send it. They have 2 rounds left before the swap, and they need to play aggressive. Overall, it's just a game of control that is being played by Sam Houston, and Western's letting them.
Yeah, I think WCU kind of got stuck just holding that one window for too long. While at the same time, the rest of the Mountaineers just slowly fell. So definitely a tough situation there, but still plenty of time for the Mountaineers to come back here.
2 rounds before the swap, and then it will be up to Sam Houston to take 1 game of attack.
Assuming they win those two rounds. Yeah, WCU.
That is true. Western, they did wait for a while last game to start their comeback, so we'll see if they start it now, which, I mean, again, the aggression from Western is where they really succeed. They just need to attack, and they need to do it fast and strong. I think if Western can move as a unit, a little bit, not terribly spread out, but not terribly packed together either, they're going to be they're going to have a huge advantage against Sam Houston, something that they're just not expecting.
Back to the leaderboards real quick for this Challengers playoffs. Carthage, actually, that we thought got a forfeit win, is still playing their match. Does look like they did take a long break there in the middle. I don't know if there was technical difficulties or something, but Dirty Dan does find Cam here. Minimum gave us a nice angle for that kill too.
Yeah, Boo traded though, found Dirty Dan
Yep.
an answer.
It's a unique angle that you don't often get in
Suki
R6.
finds Livid.
I mean, that was a really cool, I'm going to admit, that's a very cool cinematic shot. Just being able to watch the fight play out, that's awesome. But what's not awesome is WCU is down an operator on SHSU, And Sam Houston, 2 minutes left, and oh my gosh.
Suki
players
finding
left.
blue. It's up to recycle and minimum here. And Itsuki knows they're there. That actually might be Zen that's pushing. That is Zen that's actually fighting here. Recycle gets found by Itsuki. And minimum finds Yuri.
I hesitated fire there, but
Ooh, and Min
And
walks right
Itsuki
into
finds
Suki.
Min, but Min finds Itsuki, but it does not matter. Man. Man?
Still some. I will say that's what I'm liking right now is Western, despite the scoreboard, they're still having fun in chat.
Yeah.
Still talking, still being themselves. So
yep, still some positive vibes, good sportsmanship. I like it. Mountaineers down
Mother-
5-0.
Papa. Trying to figure out some family members here in chat.
well, we've seen.
Perhaps.
Just,
Jeez.
oh my
Locate
word.
and defuse as many bombs as they can.
WCU, as I mentioned, just having fun. They got to keep their spirits up somehow. I mean, right now, this is the turning point. If Western takes this, they could turn this entire series around. But
I feel like Western almost has to take this. Being down 5-0 in game 2 of this best of 3 series. Not looking great for the Mountaineers, but if they can win this and keep the momentum going, there is still hope.
I've got to wonder, though, is Sam Houston going to be playing a lot more aggressive now that they know that they have that buffer room?
I think they should just keep playing the way they have been. I mean, it's been working pretty well. Just kind of holding their
5
angles,
seconds remaining.
playing it slow, and just letting WCU
Attackers
essentially
objective
just
is
make
defuse
the
bomb.
mistakes they have been making. So
I think Western starts to play as a unit, and they start to be more aggressive. As I keep saying, they'll be more successful. Liva taking a little bit of damage there, not necessarily what you want to be seeing. And Cam does find Dirty Dan really fast, something that finally, I'll say it, finally, I'm glad they're starting to be more aggressive out of the gate, and Western is starting to push a lot more now. And knowing that they need to take this round, they're willing to do more. They're willing to push harder and be more aggressive.
Min's gonna breach through the wall here. Does look like someone's waiting for the breach too. Breach happens. Aruni very quickly throws up her bulletproof shield, starts lasering out. She's gonna throw it up again.
I mean, this is
You
going to be a
got
back
it.
and forth between Min and
Yeah.
whoever this is. Not quite, as they're both going to back off and play patient. Ooh, Suki does find Livid. It's a 4-on-4 now.
And
Yuri
Yuri
finds
finds Boo. Minimum and Yuri having some fun here. Just back and forth. Bulletproof wall. Destroy it. Bulletproof wall.
Come on, do it again. Do it again. Please.
Olivia just trying to, Minimum trying to find out where the Aruni is throwing from. And Aruni's going to start to loop around.
I mean, that's the smartest play.
Yeah.
If right now, Western's getting caught up with where they are, not where they're going to be.
And
Ooh.
Cam very quickly gets picked off by Itsuki, not checking all the angles. Yuri gets hit. It's
Not
up to
for much, but-
Minimum and Recycle again, though, on this 4-on-2.
WCU getting the first early kill, but since then going 3-0. So now we're looking down to just 1v4 in
Husband gets
favor
taken out by Yuri.
of SHSU.
It's up to Recycle here.
Recycle finds one. I think what Recycle's doing is maybe waiting for Sam Houston to try and approach him. He's watching the staircase, just playing it safe. Not too worried about the, unfortunate
time.
switching off the staircase.
Ignoring Aruni. We'll see if she can get the loop around on him. They're pushing him from 3 different angles here. He has to play careful, and Yuri finds him.
I mean, you can't do too much when you're getting flanked on 3
Yeah.
sides. That is just brutal.
Yeah. And now it's match point Sam Houston, not counting WCU out here, but it's It's going to be a
tough
mountain.
one. It's a mountain for them to climb, but
They don't
my
call
word.
them the Mountaineers for nothing.
I was about to make that exact joke, so thank you for finishing it. I mean, mountain for the Mountaineers, but not something that they can't climb out of. Any lead, there's no true safe lead. I mean, it's a confident lead for Sam Houston, but
I want to have a big shout out to Claude for subscribing there with Prime.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
not the first Twitch subscriber. I get that honor, Claude. But we do appreciate it, Claude being a legend once again.
And though he's not playing tonight, again, shouting out Claude, he has been captaining this R6 team, I believe, for the past 3 years. If not, at least the past 2, and he's graduating this semester, so this is his last season here, so this will be the last game with Claude, unless we find a scrimmage that we stream here or there. So definitely shout out to Claude being a great captain overall as we head into this match point defense for WCU.
I do hope that we might end up seeing the return of Claude as a coach. I would appreciate that. And I mean, any coaching for Western would be huge because right now it's been on the captains. So Claude doing his part and really pulled WCU back from what was a rough start to the season and just showing that they are a contender.
I mean, honestly, since I've been here, Claude is, or actually just our R6 team, has been one of the more consistent teams, I believe, making playoffs every year or so. Definitely one of the stronger teams for the Mountaineers.
And speaking of being stronger, Recycle finding Suki to start out this defense. Pretty big pick at the start. Dirty Dan a little bit lower on health than maybe he wants to be, but
And with,
Picked off by Livid.
Mountaineers now have a 2-player lead, leading 5-3 here in round 7.
it's a 5-on-3 now in favor. 4-on-3 as Yuri finds Boo. Ooh. Cam gets lit up by Yuri. Yuri looking to finish it out. Recycle finds A1. It's a 4-on-2. Cam might be getting picked up here. And that looks like the goal. He does get picked up. I do not believe it's best of 5.
attackers recovered the defuse.
I'm pretty sure it's still best of 3. But we will be double checking that for you. WCU going to be entering round 8, winning that first round of defense.
I did believe it was best of 3, and the only game that changed was finals for all the games, but
That's
We
not
shall
quite.
see.
It is semifinals for Rocket League. That
is
is
it best of 7?
Rocket League is best of 7 in the
Okay.
semis and the finals.
Okay.
Yeah, so all games except for finals are best of 3. Finals will be a best of 5.
And it is going to be match point once again for Sam Houston. Not just match point, but series point. They did win game 1 as a reminder. And they're up 6-1 in game 2. Western has a mountain of a comeback to surmount, but they can do it.
And quick update here, while the defense finally gets set in, I do believe SIUE took game 2 against Carthage. So they are going to map 3.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and it looks like that there was an error from
5 seconds left.
whoever put in that first round score. It was 8-7 that ended up in favor of Carthage Firebirds round 1. And so if that's map 2, it's going to be a fight to the finish for Carthage versus Sioux. But speaking of being a fight to the finish, back to Western versus Sam Houston.
Yep.
Western playing defense, and they're playing a better defense this time around, I would say. They're much more willing to be patient and wait for someone to try and approach
Defender has been discovered.
when maybe they don't want to.
Shields out and ready.
And Boo is outside, so they know where Boo's at all times here. Don't know what his plan is, but
Maybe trying to draw him in and
Possibly.
force a push. If you can get anyone to force a play, you are going to be in a better position, and
yep.
they will know where Boo is, and probably Min as well. Quick pick that is blocked out. Someone picked off Dirty Dan, though. It was
Livid.
Livid picked off Dirty Dan,
A1
but A1
found-
answers.
Yeah.
4-4.
But
We're at
again,
4-on-4.
Boo is playing Rainbow Six, just wanting to make sure the stream knew that. And Boo's gonna push up here. He knows someone's here, I believe.
You know someone's up top somewhere. He just doesn't know where.
Yeah.
Right now, minimum fairly low health on Western side of things, but A1, Zen, and Itsuki all took a fair bit of damage so far. And Zen taking just a bit more.
Boo's gonna back up here. Flashes electricity real quick. Very interesting power though for Clash, being that shield with just electricity.
Now we see Sam Houston grouping up. Ooh. Zen with the reaction time, trying to find Boo. Forces some damage.
But
Min
Minimum
takes out
finds
Zen.
Minimum very injured though in the process here.
I mean, yeah, Minimum was one hit away from dying. That is clinging onto life as best as you can.
But so is Itsuki actually. I just realized that Itsuki's clinging on to life as well as he gets down.
Trying to get back to A1. No, Boo's going to clean him out. Boo took a little bit of damage there as well, but just going to be approaching on A1, forcing
Boo's gonna
A1 to flash himself.
very much.
Ooh, A1 gets a quick pick on the Min. I mean, Min was one shot away. Boo
A1
takes out A1, and it's going to be Recycle Boo and Cam against Captain Yuri. WCU in round 8.
No,
Yep.
only 10 seconds remaining. Yuri has to go quickly and gets
Cam finds
taken
him.
out.
WCU 2 in a row. That is huge.
Yeah.
Yet another match point here. 6-2 in favor of SHSU.
See if Itsuki has an answer here. He is swapping back to the Monty.
I mean, you might as well at this point. If you know what's been working, then you want, and you just want to close out the series, that's what you should be doing.
For sure.
Western just trying to figure out a way to fully climb back in this.
Locate and defuse bombs.
Sam Houston trying to find a way to shut them down. But this defense from Western looking pretty solid for the moment. I'm not going to say like overall, there's a couple of things to fix here and there, but right now they're not playing bad.
WCU has to play on their feet here, as all it takes for Sam Houston is one win. And WCU goes home, but
10 seconds
definitely
remaining.
picking it up.
5 seconds to go.
Ballistic shield deployed.
Apparently a shield was deployed,
Locate a bomb and defuse it.
And it's ready.
but now Sam Houston on the attack. Looks like 3 have worked together, or grouping up together, I should say. Ready to go in.
Breaching charge deployed.
We can push forward.
Stand by to witness the punch.
It's going to be shield on shield here, as it's Monty and Blue, both with shields out.
Deploying CCE.
Battle of the Shields. Who knows where one is?
Bomb located by attackers.
And right now, still a fairly balanced fight. It's going to be shield on shield for a moment. Ooh. Minimum gets picked off.
Looked like A1. A1 does find Livid though as well. It's up to Cam, Recycle, and Boo here. A1 the only person damaged for Sam Houston.
I mean, right now, Western really needs something to get them back into this. Recycle picks off Zen with the help of Boo.
Dirty Dan goes down to Cam.
It's a 3-on-3 once again. Western is having the slight advantage now, turning things around. Suki takes a bit of damage. A1's already down a little bit. Cam falls a lot, but A1 and Itsuki just 1 or 2 hits away each. Huge advantage for Western at the moment.
Cam just lobbing grenades in there.
Ooh, Boo gets found quickly, but
Recycle
Recycle
finds
answers.
A1 though.
It's going to be Yuri and Suki against Recycle and Cam. I mean, Itsuki couldn't be closer to the brink of death. Just needs to get one small little hit is all it will take. Recycle trying to find anyone.
If Recycle finds Yuri here, I don't know who wins this fight. Because Itsuki has that shield, but as you said, just that sliver of health.
I mean, Itsuki would have to get 2 kills and or the plant,
Yeah.
and you would have to drop the shield for either of those. Itsuki going to go for the plant right now. Recycle does find Yuri. There is
It's up to Itsuki here, who finds Cam.
It's going to be Recycle versus
He's
Itsuki.
going to go for the plant again. Recycle has to be careful here. He knows what's at stake.
This is WCU season on the line. Recycle trying to bait out the shield drop.
Recycle honestly just playing for time here, so.
There's
And
the
Recycle
drop,
does
and
it.
Recycle finds him.
Recycle keeping Western season hopes alive right now. Putting the team on his back, finding Suki at the end of that round. Western won 3 straight once again.
Yeah.
They're climbing that mountain.
They're
let me
climbing
tell
that
ya.
mountain. They're on that path.
Yep.
They had me worried for a second there, but they are really wanting to not be done like that. They want to push this as long as they can, and they can still fight through it.
And with all of these wins, definitely hurting Sam Houston's round loss ratio. Taking more than the average both games so far.
Attackers need to locate
And
defuse
if
defense
Western
bombs
keeps
if they
with
can.
this momentum, they could take the map, which would be a massive upset for Sam Houston.
Hey, Western found their mojo.
Yeah.
What am I telling you? You got to find your mojo and you got to ride it out. That's what they're doing. They found their mojo. They just needed to defend first.
If only some of our other teams can find their mojo.
I mean, yeah. Couple of teams definitely did, though, as they took the 1 seed in their division. Right now, we are watching the 8, or a 1 versus 8, but 8 being Western, unfortunately. They're not doing too bad, though. Being the 8 seed going against the 1, it's still a good fight, and they're proving that they can still take this.
Attackers
Yeah.
are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
I think they definitely caught Sam Houston off guard. Sam Houston not quite ready for the level of fight from Western, especially this late into game 2. And, I mean, Western just not wanting to stop today.
Yeah, the winner of this match will move on to the semifinals next Tuesday.
Yep.
Setting up sequential breach.
Barrier deployed.
Ooh, minimum trying to find whoever that was walking from Sam Houston, not able to do so. And minimum taking a little bit of damage here for the moment. I mean, Sam Houston still has to be the team to approach, though. And Boo sees where Suki is and sees that Suki's going for the plant. Suki now holding onto that plant attempt. Dirty Dan picks off minimum. Cam picks off A1.
Zen finds Cam.
Dirty Dan
Dirty
finds
Dan finds
Livid. It is
Livid.
now up to Recycle and Boo to keep Western alive. It is all on Recycle's back. Once again, Recycle in a 1v4, and that is it.
Yuri finds
Western
him.
falls to Sam Houston State University. I mean, overall, a great series.
Absolutely. Well played there from the Mountaineers. Great season. Finishing it off in the quarterfinals. Sam Houston State University, SHSU Orange, moving on to the semifinals.
Winning the series 2-0, but only winning the round 7-3. Definitely an improvement from what we saw earlier this season from Western. And overall, good fight, good series. Can't be too upset to end like that.
Yep. And I believe we'll catch y'all Thursday at 6 p.m. as WCU Slate takes on University of Nebraska Kearney in Overwatch.
Yeah, until then, have a wonderful night, wonderful day, and see you Thursday.